What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? What's good? What's up, people? It's me. I'm L3027. You know who I am?
Thundercats are on the move. Thundercats are loose, honey.
He's about the business of dipping spoons into sugar bowls. Anyway, real girls do real things. So as to make it easier for insertion, maybe?
No means no, and yes means no.
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? What's good, people? What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? What is up? It's me, L3027, and I am back for yet another review. This, ladies and gentlemen, will be our review for The Real Housewives of Atlanta. It is season 15. It is entitled A Star is Reborn. Let me preface by saying there were so many parts of this episode that I just was clueless. I was just so confused. What the hell is happening here? What's going on? What's going on? Like, I literally don't have a fucking clue. The whole last third or fourth of this episode, y'all gotta help me out because I don't know what the fuck was going on. How we got here? What position does he like? Y'all gotta help me out. Anyway, let's do this. So we got an intro this week. We did get back to the intros this week. With the little catchphrases or whatever. I didn't really care. I just noticed it because we didn't have it episodes 1 and 2, so we got it this week. They're cheesy and as hell. Like, I was like, really, y'all can't do better. Like, really? Don't they have writers somewhere that help them with these intros? It's just stupid. Whatever. Because that whole she broke the internet. Sheree. I want to take a visit to this delusional world that Sheree Whitfield lives in. I really want to visit this place. I mean, I imagine that in this place, I'm a freaking billionaire. I'm imagine that in this place, I just don't want. I mean, there has to be unicorns and streams, with gold-plated water or something. I don't know what the fuck is going on in the delusional world that Sheree Whitfield lives in, but whatever. Um, Speaking of Sheree, we started her telling us she's hosting the ladies, only for us to see two goddamn people there. The only people who came was Sonya and Marlo, because don't nobody else like you bitches. Like, nobody can stomach you anymore. You and Marlo anymore. And y'all made it this way. When y'all did that fuck shit last year, when Sonya had that thing where they were making Jamaican food or whatever, and you and Marlo went outside and proceeded to dish rag and dog walk people for no reason at all, with reckless abandon, you pretty much said, fuck you girls, I don't want to fuck with y'all ever. I don't care if we're ever friends, and that's okay. Now nobody will film with you. Can I also say hello, Miss Cohen? Ms. Cohen. Let me give about 30, 45 seconds to you, Miss Cohen. Miss Cohen. Andrea Iman Cohen, as by your proper title. Andrea Iman Extravaganza Cohen, first of her name. Girl, was this supposed to be like some commercial for BravoCon? Because for the first 45 minutes of this episode, every 22 seconds, BravoCon this, BravoCon that. Baby, we know, we get it, we understand. We don't need to be browbeat across the head with BravoCon this, BravoCon that, BravoCon this. Also, Miss Cohen, I noticed you had pictures that came out last week. If I can find it, I'll put it up here. With one Miss Elijah Zane. Now, if you don't know who Elijah Zane is the boyfriend of Raheem Shabazz. Who's Raheem Shabazz? Raheem Shabazz and Elijah Zane are porn skanks. They do all types of gangbangs and they do all types of scenes where they got 5, 6, 7 menses in there, usually of the Hispanic persuasion. They love them some Latinx men. They be down in Brazil all the chance they get. But I'm saying, so you down here hobnobbing it with the Elijah Zanes of the world? I just want to know, is there an impending or imminent OnlyFans videos that we should be looking for to come out, Miss Cohen? You ain't fooling nobody. You're a whole 2-bit ass whore. You're a 2-bit ass whore. Make sure you get those health panels and health screenings, honey, because girl, they say them girls be, carrying packages. Anyway, moving forward, Sonya and Marlo is over there at Sheree house with having brunch. Now the brunch did look like it looked good, looked like a good brunch. I will say that. They talk about BravoCon, BravoCon, BravoCon. So one of the things that came out of BravoCon is Mama Joyce, once again continuing to go in on Todd every chance she get. Mama Joyce, you are an old, crotchety, ornery, lonely old woman. You need to go get you some dick. You need to go buy you a dildo. You need to go do something. Because Candy, they've been married to this man for a long time now. And you still over here, Candy, you better than me, honey. Candy, you got a trifling ass family. It starts with the matriarch Mama Joyce. She's trifling as hell. And that makes sense. The whole Candy, you're doing nothing to quell what Courtney said about you being ghetto trash and you having ghetto trash around you all of the time, and ghetto trash following you. It makes sense. Your mom is ghetto trash. She's trash. Like Mama Joyce is real trash. Real trash. Because you know what Mama Joyce wants? Mama Joyce wants you to be old, lonely, and ornery like her. And Mama Joyce wants to just spend all your money. Let's be clear. Mama Joyce wants nothing and no one getting in the way of them checks that Candy is sending to her. Because she's trash. The highest form of trash. Anyway, um, Sonya talks about Drew continuing to shade her. I'm really not here for the Drew and Sonya, whatever thing they got going on, the beef between them two. I'm really not here for it. It seems real contrived, and it's just like, girl, y'all, neither one of y'all are interested enough to me to want to give a shit about a contrived beef between y'all. Move on. So, and then Marlo talks, and Sheree are talking all about how Martell is so good and such a great man. And oh my God, everybody wants to be with Martell. Now I told you I don't watch Love and Marriage Hunterville, but from everything that everybody has ever said about Martell Holt, he's trash. I don't know. He might be a great guy. I don't know. Maybe he was trash because who he was with before, or maybe the people in Huntsville that he's around brings the trash out of him. But the people say he's trash. Leave it to Sheree and Marlo. They said that he's the greatest thing since sliced bread. I'm tending to believe he's probably trash because I told y'all, Sheree lives in some delusional world that I just don't know about. Like the delusions with which she lives is baffling to the mind. Anyway, moving on. Um, we did see Drew and Ralph. They go rock climbing. They talk about her budding music career. Ralph says they're like Ike and Tina. Mm, 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 mm. Ike and Tina. That's the best reference you can. I'm not doing this with you, Ralph. I'm not doing. We know Ralph is trash. That we have no. There's no. There's no confusion about the trash that Ralph Pittman is. Anyway, her song only had like I think 30K streams. Well, baby, you do realize that you're not a part of a record label. You don't even have fucking management. There's nobody out here promoting. Nobody even knew you had a song out. And in addition to that, what are you doing? You're on a show as big as the Real Housewives of Atlanta, but you can't seem to get a PR team, or you don't know anybody that can help you publicize. Hell, you should have a good number of Instagram and Twitter followers and shit. You could have promoted it on there. You could have told the people to download it. I mean, you live in fucking Atlanta where they having a fucking festival and show multiple times a day, every day of the week. But baby, whatever. Between you and Latasha Scott, y'all got it. For all of y'all thinking about moving to Atlanta to go and have these great and budding music careers, see Latasha Scott and Drew Sidora as to why you should not be doing that. Because Tasha Scott had a whole company behind her, had a whole record company behind her, had a whole record deal, which means that they had PR, A&R, all of these things, and that heifer ain't sell shit. Drew, who's on a platform as big. Mind you, that was the whole thing on the SWV Escape thing. Oh, the platform that Candy and Tiny are on is so big, and yet that platform does nothing for these people. Moving on, these people are trash. We did see Kenya bossing people around. She says she's going to be performing at the Magic City Classic. I don't know who performed at the Magic City Classic last year. I don't remember who performed. But the Magic City Classic, I don't remember. But she says she's going to be performing at halftime and she's going to do a whole, it'll be trash. I just imagine. I'm sure I can go and watch it. And I'm sure I will go and look and it'll be trash. Kenya, you are 189 years old, sweetheart, boo boo. You're not going to be able to go out there and give us what needs to be given. You're not going to go out there and do what needs to be done. Baby, you are not going out there to give the performance that people that go to these events look for. Because let's be clear, there's a whole, y'all can go look in up on YouTube. There's a whole segment of the population that do nothing but look for the dance girls at all of these HBCUs, and baby, they will read you down. They will drag you. They know they don't miss a beat. Please be clear. Kenya, you just don't give me that. You that girl that's gonna, slay me for the gods, have me laid out prostrate before the Lord. Mm-mm. Let it go. Baby, you just go up there, say hi, wave your hand, and sit your ass the fuck down. Baby, we're not interested in seeing you on this good field. Not on the marching band field. Not on the field that these no. Baby, go sit down somewhere, Kenya. And you're talking to a marching band aficionado. Many, many, many years in marching band. This is my world. I love to see what Terrence, giving you the real tea, has to say about this. Y'all know we the marching band girls over here. Anyway, so but the rest of that scene I ain't really care about. Candy at her office, Don Juan is there. And they start to go over her extensive schedule. Um, Here was my thought when they went through this schedule, right? We understand, Candy. I mean, that you're a busy person. We expect you to be busy. You got a lot of businesses and so forth. This was wasted time. I had no interest in watching her go up and down. That's why the fuck you have assistants. That's why you got a team. They're the ones that got to sit there and endure. Well, let's break down Candy's schedule. They're supposed to come to you with their recommendation of your schedule. Hey, you had all of this shit on your schedule. We broke it down to what's the most important stuff for us in the brand and what stuff we maybe can hold off on. But you and Don Juan sitting up here and just breaking it down amongst you two, that didn't seem like a good strategy. It definitely didn't make for good television watching, and I wanted to know why I was being forced to endure that. Like, where is the entirety of the management team and the team of people behind your brand so they can make, informed decisions about what's going to be the right ones that's going to, be better for the brand and for the coffers? Whatever. Once again, more free promo for BravoCon because Moneta comes out there, and they just talking about BravoCon. They talking about Mama Joyce and how much she's trash. The fact that Candy refuses to even address Mama Joyce, that's your fault, Candy. And so if she's dog walking your man and your man ends up leaving you because you sat there and allowed your mama to do that, you get what you get. You get what you get. Because you sat here and let your mama drag this man year after year after year on national television. And grown ass men are not about the business of just sitting around nilly willy laying back and letting somebody just drag them on national television. Most men have a set of cojones, balls, testes, testicles, knockers between their fucking legs. And when the testosterone starts to be, injected into the body and bloodstream, we pretty much say, yeah, I'm not here for this fuck shit. I'm not gonna be sit here and enduring this the whole time. Go ahead, I'm gonna file for a divorce. We've been divorced long enough where if I got good lawyers, I can still take half of your shit because we done been divorced long enough and we got enough kids that prenup probably won't hold up in court. I'm just saying, if you got good enough lawyers, I'm just saying, you're gonna find yourself in trouble. And when you do, Candy, I'm telling you, if you and Todd gets divorced and stuff, and that comes out in the or in subsequent seasons, that's a storyline. Baby, I won't be covering that storyline because we saw the shit coming, and I'm not gonna give a shit. You gonna be all in the confessional crying. Oh, but y'all know how Candy like to cry and put on for the cameras. Girl, I'm gonna fast forward and go take a shit because I'm sure it will invoke violent projectile style diarrhea. Candy's tears invokes diarrhea from me. Anyway, moving on. Drew and Todd at home, and Ralph's cousin is coming over. While they waiting for the cousin, Candace from Real Housewives of My Last Damn Nerves, the Real Housewives of Potomac, Potomac. Candace calls Drew and said, "Hey, I'm doing a show in Atlanta. Girl, I'd love for you to come on stage and sing with me a little spell." She's all excited. Mama thinks she got a whole gig, and we later find out that she didn't have shit, but we'll get there in a moment. She all excited. So then, um, Courtney, the cousin, comes over. Her baby daddy come with her. Now I thought she was gonna say, "This is my man. This is my boyfriend." That's the baby daddy. So that further that because I thought that my theory that they weren't really cousin, that maybe Ralph might be busting her down, was gonna be disproven. But the fact that she said that her and this guy is not together, and that's just her baby daddy, and she brought him over there to, as a good look, so she don't come over there by herself and doesn't give away that Ralph might be secretly busting her down. I'm just saying, y'all gonna have to prove me wrong. I think Ralph is busting her down, and they cousins, that type of cousin. And this is just the whole guys in a rouge for the fact that Ralph is blowing her back out. I'm just saying, y'all gotta prove me wrong on this. Anyway, the dude, the baby daddy, used to be in the what group was it? Was it Rough Ends? I forgot what group he was in. He looked real cute back in the day, but baby, he ain't been aging well. Real cute back in the day. Now just okay, okay, girl. But raggedy trifling ass Drew, while Courtney is there, decides, oh, let me conveniently call Candy now and let her know that Candace invited me to sing because Courtney is here. Now you knew Courtney was there. You know Candy don't want no parts of Courtney. You know that. And you did that shit to be messy. If I was Candy, I would have just hung up the phone on your ass. My friends know. You call me and you got so and so there with you or on the phone, or even if you bring up the name of a bitch I don't care for, bitch, I'm hanging up the phone immediately. My friends have had me do it, baby, and I'll tell them, listen, don't talk to me about so and so because I'm hang up on you. Baby, they start calling me. They mention so and so name. Click. I need to get the old school flip phone. Remember back in the day with flip phones, or when you hung up on a bitch and you flipped that phone closed, it had an extra little stank on it, an extra little slap to it. That thing used to slap. An extra little bitch, you ain't shit when you hang up on a bitch. Now you press the button, it ain't that bad. But baby, that old flip phone where you could just slap that bitch closed, that gave a little extra to it when you let a bitch know, bitch, I intentionally hung up on you. Now you could just have plausible deniability. Oh, I lost service. Oh, I was in a bad area. Oh, the call got disconnected. Back then, no, bitch, you knew you were hung up on. Anyway, um, yeah, but Drew messy ass called Candy. She better than me, honey, cause I ain't see Drew call nobody else. Meaning it was purposeful and deliberate and intentional for you to be calling Candy while that girl was there. I mean, if she did call anybody else while Courtney was there, Bravo ain't show it. I'm just saying. I mean, that could have waited. I mean, if you're entertaining guests, that shit could have waited till they left, because you're entertaining guests. Ralph's cousin. The story will be believable, Ralph, if you was on the phone with like your mom or another relative that then would have said, "Oh yeah, so and so is my second cousin, so that do make her your cousin." Then I might believe you. But I ain't got not one person from the family on this show verifying it. I don't buy it. He blowing her back out. And when you that distant cousins, second, third, fourth cousins, bitch, half of them always be fucking anyway. So moving on, we had to see with Marlo and the boys. Here's the only thing I have for this scene. Now listen, I'm not sure how old this oldest one is. I think his name is Michael. Where's my water? Michael already has application in for admittance down here to the Rainbow Coalition compound. Marlo girl Marlo. The young man has already put in paperwork and applications for admittance as soon as he turns 18 down here to the Rainbow Coalition compound. He's going through screening processes right now. Baby, you need to put the right people around him. If you could, Marlo, you see it like we see it. Get a good, strong. Like I know, what was it last season? You had some man that was, one of your sister's husband that was supposed to help you groom the boys. Baby, save him for William. Maybe William is the best. He's a good role model for William. But Michael, baby, you need to get one of the good girls. And it's a good group of girls down there in Atlanta. It's a good group of trash down there in Atlanta too. And most of the ones y'all have on this show is trash. Well, holler at me. I can put you in contact with some great mentors that can help him along the way. But he's pushing up on the Rainbow Coalition compound. Let's be clear. Anyway, but yeah, you need to get him somebody that's going, because he's going to need some type of guidance. It ain't Miss Sharon that's going to help him navigate through all that he's been through and, navigate through everything that Atlanta gives. Because, baby, they'll ruin the whole. And talk to me later, Marlo. I can help you out with that, honey. Because, anyway, so we get to Drew's, Candace, performed in Atlanta. And so Drew invited everybody. We get to this performance. Everybody there except Sheree. Sheree ain't there. I don't give a shit. Good. I'm glad she ain't there. Stay your ass at home. Sonya is the only one talking to Marlo because Marlo ain't shit. Marlo, you made this bed, now lie in it. Bitches don't want to be around you. They don't want to talk to you because you ain't do nothing but talk about people and say some of the most horrible and heinous things that you can about people. Fuck you and fuck your life, Marlo. Nobody likes you. Go away. And this whole, she's making a very concerted effort to come off as this, I'm not that bad of a person. And she's having all of these family scenes with the boys. So she comes off as a softer side of Marlo. Girl, fuck you and fuck your life. You still ain't shit. Go somewhere and die slowly. Anyway, Drew did a little ooh, ah, who yeah, and was off the stage. Baby, I don't know what was going on, honey. I have no idea. Well, I mean, you were as relevant as Devontae and Dalvin from Jodeci, who didn't sing a goddamn thing. Great to look at back in the day, Devontae and Dalvin, but baby, they didn't sing nothing. They ain't sing nothing. Nothing. Girl, you invited all of these people out there. Like they said, you invited all of these people. They thinking, you ain't even ask, can I at least can I be an opening act? Can I open up for you? Maybe do one of my songs or whatever? Girl, I don't know. Candace's little spandex patent leather situation. I don't know. I don't know if I like the fit. Like where the way it fit like down toward the Mons or Fupa area, it kind of looked awkward. I don't know. She sounded all right, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, everybody wants to do the fan. The original gangster with the fan, hair blowing in the wind, is my queen Mariah. Mariah Carey go all the way back to the early '90s, where I need this fan on this good stage, and I need my hair blowing in the wind. Mariah Carey been doing that for decades now. Now Beyonce does it, but Beyonce will also tell you that Mariah Carey was one of her inspirations. So I'm sure she stole the fan from Mariah Carey because Mariah Carey been doing the fan since God was a child. Anyway, um, so that was that. Then they went into this other room, and the girls sat down to talk. So I guess this was supposed to be our time to, go over whatever beefs. This scene seemed real contrived. There's a lot of contrived or set up scenes this year. It doesn't seem natural, organic, or authentic at all. So you have this scene where y'all, I guess, had them set up an extra room so y'all could just go over there and sit down and talk about these beefs instead of them naturally being worked out. Y'all came up with this. I don't know. Anyway, Sonya and Drew talked about whatever made up beef they had and they squashed it. Good, great. Go the fuck on. We don't care about this shit with Sonya and Drew. I don't even remember what the fuck they mad about. Some about a hair flip, some about you didn't follow me. Girl, I don't give a fuck. Go somewhere. Then Candy confronts Courtney about the ghetto comment. That didn't go anywhere. They ain't do nothing but argue backwards and forward. Shout out to Courtney, because Courtney said, bitch, yeah, I said it. Sure did. But Courtney Boo, first you said I grew up in the ghetto. Then you said my family is from the ghetto. If you grew up in the ghetto, people who grew up in the ghetto, they don't say my family's from the ghetto. They say, yeah, I grew up in the ghetto. I grew up in the hood. There are those of us who grew up there. We don't say my family. My family is from the ghetto. We say no, I'm from the ghetto. That's just how that works. Now we know Candy is ghetto trash. Candy, you over here yelling, screaming, and arguing is not proving your case whether you are and are not ghetto trash. It kind of reinforces that you're trash. You're ghetto trash. You bring ghetto trash out with you. You align with ghetto trash. We know that. Your mama is ghetto trash. Your family is ghetto trash. You are ghetto trash. Speaking as someone from the ghetto, myself, I can look at you, see how you behave. Yeah, you're ghetto trash. Meaning, and when you're ghetto trash, that means even the people in the ghetto look at you and like, bitch, you're trash. But they started yelling. I shouldn't say they. Candy started yelling and all of that. Courtney sat right there in it and was like, but then Courtney, you did say, well, I wasn't meaning it to be negative. You were. You absolutely were. Now, if you're going to stand in it 10 toes down and say, I said it, then stand all the way in it and say, I said it and I meant it. The people who you attract are not the clientele that that restaurant company or whatever generally has. So you brought trash. You need me to spell it out for you? That's when I would have really hit her. See, Courtney, if you really want to get her, you're trash. How do I know you trash? Because you got your own employees shooting people and pulling out guns at your establishment. So why should I feel like you know what a real, upscale establishment should be like when your establishments are ghetto as hell? Y'all don't even got fucking generators. Y'all got power going out all of the time. Y'all got serving people on plastic cutlery and everything. You're trash. Your restaurants are ghetto trash. Your family is ghetto trash. Everything about you is ghetto trash. The fact that you're yelling at me right now proves my point that you're ghetto ass trash. You talked about headbutting me. That is some ghetto trash ass shit. You're trash. Ghetto trash. Just saying. Anyway, Sonya then says, oh, well, let me take my cue from production and the writer's room and bring up the Marlo and Monyetta beef. And so Marlo and Monyetta started arguing. Baby, I didn't know what was happening. That went nowhere. They just started yelling, oh, you talked about me in Jamaica. You said Candy wanted. Well, technically, Monyetta, you kind of were a tag along in Jamaica. You're not a part of the group. You're a friend to the show. So you're not a part of the cast. So it stands to reason that Marlo's not wrong when she says you're a tagging along with whatever Candy got going on, trying to be seen and trying to get camera time. You kind of are, Monyetta, if we're being honest about it. But Marlo just own up to it and just tell her who and what the fuck she is. But that didn't go anywhere. Then Drew asks Candy about the shooting. Candy refuses to talk about it. Marlo comes. Drew was, because at first I was like, "What is Drew talking about?" It's because she's talking in circles. She won't say the shooting. She won't say, the thing we saw in the news. And so Marlo comes right out the shooting. Candy refuses to talk about it. Marlo says, "See, this is the fuck shit that I'm not gonna deal with. Y'all want me to pull out all of my goddamn mug shots. Y'all want me to talk about all of my indiscretions. This stuff have shit going on in real time, and nobody wants to address it." And you can't say, oh, it's because we're in litigation. No, it ain't, bitch, because you talked about it yourself, Candy, in the goddamn confessional last week. It's all over the fucking news. Anyway, then I thought the episode was over. Then you see, oh, footage from 30 minutes after production stopped filming. And there's this whole confusing ass argument between Drew and Marlo, and I sat there scratching my head like, what? Marlo talking about her nephew that got killed and all of this, that, and the third, and oh my God, my nephew is dead. Baby, did he die today? What is happening? Like, did you just? I didn't know what was going. Some about he worked for Candy or was that girl? I didn't know. Like, I needed somebody outside to give me, clear instructions on what was going on. I don't know. I needed, a map to, find the path by which we got here. Because Marlo is screaming at Drew, my fucking nephew is dead. But baby, he been dead. He didn't just die just now. He been dead for a few years now. Drew did not kill him. Neither did Drew had anything. But I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what was the catalyst that got us here. I don't know what precipitated all of this blowing up. The shit seemed real stupid. Real stupid. I didn't know. I'm confused. Y'all need to get into the comment section and let me know what this was about. And baby, I was so confused. I was real confused. There was a lot of confusing things this episode. That was the whole episode, y'all. Listen. Can y'all help me? I want to start singing the Usher song. Can you help me? Tell me, you know, just. Anyway, y'all, it's time for y'all to do what y'all do. Let's do what we do. Get in the comment section. Y'all help me out. I mean, if we need to, we can aga about what we saw. That's all I got for y'all. Listen, until next time, thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely. I'm out.